What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wrestling Wednesday. My name's Chris J. That's Willie Will. Thank you guys for tuning in. I couldn't wait for this one. We needed to have this show. Like I said, well, actually, let me before we get into the show today, because we got a lot to cover. Saturday, what happened? Real life had to real life. Now there is a I did manage to get Saturday to where I'm going home after work. But they decided at the day before or 2 days before to say, nah, we can't honor that request. Now, I was like, what the hell's going on? Just to find out if you are a Muslim or NOI Islamic, you guys had a particular holiday over the weekend. And one thing I'm going to tell you is, ladies and gentlemen, you deserve the right to exercise freedom of speech, freedom to practice your religion in any way you see form. So you best believe I did cancel our watch party because I want to make sure the people I work with, they have every right to exercise their personal beliefs. I'll go to work on Saturday. We'll be back for SummerSlam. We'll do a watch party for SummerSlam. But I had to make sure I cancel Saturday to make sure that the people that I work with, they had the privilege to worship their own Lord and Savior how they see fit. So I'll happily take the L on that one. But we will be back for watch party SummerSlam, both nights SummerSlam. But other than that, Will, what's going on? How you feeling, man?
Man, WWE owe me a check.
Fast.
WWE owes me a check. And if you already didn't hear the news, we're going to cover the news that has recently happened over in WWE. But I just want to be the first to say it. Our truth has been retired. I'm just playing. But Ron Killings is back, baby. Listen, I need WWE to cut me a check. And this is why I love being not a historian, but a student of the game when it comes to creative. And as much as I cannot stand creative, it went down the way I said it would go down, exactly how I laid it out. It would go down right when it happened. I said, I need my money. You would have thought that I was a part of the WWE creative team. But other than our truth, well, Ron Killings being back on the center stage up under the spotlight, that's not the only thing we're gonna cover tonight. Because Jay Uso got bombed on. And we're gonna be there's just a few of the topics we're gonna talk about tonight. But if you haven't already done so, like, share, subscribe, follow, support the channel, support the show, support Wrestling Wednesdays, because the business ain't going nowhere. But let's get into it. What we got?
Let's start off with the news that nobody asked for. WrestleMania 42 is going back to Las Vegas. Now, a couple of weeks ago, shout out to Hassan, uh, you guys brought to my attention that WWE took WrestleMania 42 away from New Orleans and gave them money in the bank, I believe. And I'm looking like, why the hell would you take it away from New Orleans, of all places? Because obviously they was there for WrestleMania 30. The next WrestleMania after that, which was, let me think, because 32 was Dallas, 33 was Orlando, and I believe it was WrestleMania 34. Yes, WrestleMania 30 and WrestleMania 34 was in New Orleans. I'm thinking they're about to three times in 12 years. You going back to New Orleans this time in a two night format? I'm all for it. So I was like, all right, let's go. But they took it away, and I was confused. Like, why the hell would you take it away from um, New Orleans? Patricia said they took it out of New Orleans, gave the money back, and promised to give them a feature WrestleMania. As a New Orleans fan, I'll be pissed. As a New Orleans, I'll be upset. I was like, I'm trying to go back to WrestleMania, especially 2 nights, because that'd be lit to have WrestleMania come to your city 3 times in 12 years, and on the 12th time, on the third time, you get 2 nights. I think that'd have been lit, but they took it away. I'm like, all right, what the hell? Only for Michael Cole to give us that quiet ass warm up into it. Then you see Triple H talking about talking about some shit like, so good, let's do it twice. No, let's not do it twice. No, I do not want to go back to Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do, excuse me, the plan, you guys heard me say this on the channel. The plan was for us to go to WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans, Caesar Dome, to do Wrestling Wednesday, the pre-reaction from the parking lot. That was the plan. I am not going to Las Vegas. I am going to keep my ass right here in Houston, or maybe in another city or state. We'll talk about that some other time. I'm not going to Las Vegas. I don't like the prices. I don't care to deal with the Las Vegas people. Honestly, they got a bunch of attractions there. It's like, man, like, for example, you got the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, no, I'd rather go to New York. Speaking of which, check out my channel, the BTSI show. I dropped a special announcement regarding that. And they got the Eiffel Tower. Man, I might as well go to Paris. There's so many places I would rather go to before I go to Las Vegas, respectfully. But honestly, you had it in Las Vegas this year. It did its thing. Highest grossing WrestleMania, highest what's it called, booking or box office, whatever shit they say. They broke all types of records. Now the question is, who are they gonna blame this on? I know you want to blame this on Triple H. I get it. I'm not putting this on Triple H. I'm putting this on TKO. I'm putting this at the doorstep of TKO. You saw the hold on. Did TKO get acquired last year during WrestleMania 40? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I just thought about it.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year. So you saw because WrestleMania 40 broke numbers, and that was the best. And up to now, that's probably the best WrestleMania storyline I've ever seen. So you broke numbers last year. You broke Las Vegas numbers this year. So what made you think that the same thing was not going to happen in New Orleans? Because keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you ever been to WrestleMania, you get worldwide fan bases coming here. Worldwide. And New Orleans is a great city. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. You really can't talk shit about New Orleans. They got the culture, they got good people, the food is great. Hold on. And New Orleans is my second home. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. That's literally my second home. I will move there if everything was to make sense. I would actually move to New Orleans. Like, so New Orleans and San Antonio, if I had to choose two places, one is going to be one of those two. New Orleans is already up there. But I'm putting this at the front doorstep of TKO. You saw the money, you saw the dollar signs. What you're trying to say is, let's not leave money on the table. Let's spend the block and come back next year. Stop being fucking. Sorry. I need TKO to stop acting like button-ups, suits, ties, and stop doing all of this stupid shit that's about to turn me off as a fan base. Because if I get one more bad announcement from TKO, I'm not bullshitting.
Man, it was super kick.
I'm really not bullshitting. I'm about this close to going off on TKO. We're gonna do a whole show dedicated to TKO. Matter of fact, we gotta do a show saying how we might need to give Vince McMahon a little bit more credit than we have. So, Flourish, I have to get that off my chest.
1 second. All right, now this is a hot take that I'm about to say. I think I know why they canceled the show in New Orleans and moved it to Las Vegas. And this is a very prominent take that I'm about to give. Recently, born and raised hometown hero by the name of Lil Wayne dropped the album.
I want to fight you just on general principle.
Man, you super kid.
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad.
Don't.
Hey, listen. Lil Wayne just dropped the album, all right? And for a lot of people, beans, what do you say? Peanuts to elephants? Peanuts to elephants? Let me tell you something. That Lil Wayne album, it was probably going to be a Lil Wayne like thing at the show because you know New Orleans, Louisiana, that's Lil Wayne stuff. Lil Wayne dropped that album and TKO and they was like, nah. Hey, super kick me all you want.
Man, you super kid.
Yeah, super kick. Hey, did you listen to that Lil Wayne? I'm just saying. It was probably gonna be Lil Wayne. He was probably gonna be a part of John Cena intro.
I don't like the Vegas situation, but TKO UFC being located in Vegas and reports of Vegas being desperate for more tourist attractions. The writing was on the wall. That I did not know of.
Yes, it is definitely the writing was definitely on the wall because you know what wasn't up there? Peanuts and elephants. It was not up there on the wall. I'm just saying, but yes, let me just say right now, right? Vegas has always been the attraction spot. It is where the UFC is, and with the UFC being as prominent as it is, even though they've had a lot of hangups recently, John Jones, with Vegas being the primary attract, like if you think about the primary tourist spots in America, Vegas is where all the big things happen, right? And especially because you got to remember, Vegas is about to get a quick boost right quick. Canelo and Bud Crawford is about to happen in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. So them trying to get WrestleMania in there, this is pretty much them just shooing in on a ticket. And I understand why, on a business perspective, I understand why, even though I jest and joke about Lil Wayne and Peanuts and Elephants, when you look at it on a business aspect, it's just you can't go wrong in Vegas. You see what I'm saying? So I understand why they did it. Now, would it have been great for them to do it in New Orleans? Yeah, most definitely, because it's the New Orleans crowd. They love wrestling down there.
Yep.
But Vegas is the bigger ticket. I'm just being honest. Vegas is the bigger ticket than New Orleans. When it comes to money, Vegas is the bigger ticket. I think that's why they did it. And also because The Rock. Let's just be honest. Because The Rock. And I'm not saying that
he's not absolved of responsibility because he's part of the TKO board. Now, granted, so is Triple H. However, I'm putting all of this on TKO. Don't use Triple H as the face.
Right.
Okay, if this goes wrong, let's put Triple H in front to take the buzz. No, all of y'all finna catch it. Every last one of y'all.
I like Pleasantly's last comment. TKO is going to treat Vegas the way Vince treated Madison Square Garden, or as all of the famous promoters would say, the Garden. Right? Everybody loved the Garden. Vince loved the Garden. Every WrestleMania that you think that went down in the Garden that was big, trust and believe me, Vince chose the Garden because it was
10 and 20. Yep.
Yes, it was highly important. A lot of big things happened in the Garden, right? And it wasn't just wrestling. Boxing happened in the Garden. Hell, you got all of the greats, all of the great promoters used to go to the Garden. But because of the tourist attraction and the allure of Vegas, I see why they went with Vegas. Now, am I primarily saying that's because of TKO? Not necessarily, but it is the move to make, especially because of the recent things that have just been happening within the business. And I'll talk about within Vegas, within the business. It's just the right move to make.
That shit. I stopped there. Put a fucking basketball team in
Might
Las
as
Vegas.
well. Might as well. I mean,
And they
it's
been
not
said
like
they was gonna do that when they put the All-Star game in Vegas. The first time they did it, T Mac was with the Rockets and he was the starting, I forgot what was it, starting guard.
yeah. I
Or
mean, but you
small
know,
starting forward, I'm sorry.
Lil
But
Wayne did not help us.
you're not. You're sorry.
Man, you super kid.
We are not about to disrespect Lil Wayne like this. I ain't finished the album.
I don't need to-
I finished the album because I've been busy, but I'm going to finish the album. I'll have an honest critique on it whenever I do a.
How'd you like so far what you heard?
I don't have a problem with it. It was just it's just a different. It's just a laid back Wayne. I only
Yeah.
stopped at what's that song with him and Jelly Roll. That's where I stopped. But that one song with him and Big X,
Yeah.
whoever that guy was on the third verse, ate both of them up. Jay Jones, I believe.
I believe so.
He snapped on both of them.
Yeah.
I
To
said,
be
hey,
honest with
I'm not playing. I'm an unknown, unproven person. You put me on the record with Wayne and Big Ass, watch me work. So I
Yeah,
have
I
no
mean,
problem with that.
hey, you might have the most memorable verse on that record.
We're about to he's about to get on my nerves.
Super
I'm still subtly pissed.
kid.
This WrestleMania 42 decision.
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
mean,
going-
is the promise? The promise is they get a WrestleMania in the future. Now, here's the Clips is working on something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But listen, we here for Wrestling Wednesday.
Yes, we
We're
are.
for Wrestling Wednesday.
Hold
This ain't
on.
Hip Hop Wednesday.
I won't be looking for a Clips album.
Yeah, this ain't Hip Hop Wednesday. This Wrestling Wednesday.
My bad. Hey, Wayne did walk out Jay Uso last year. In case
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah. But in the spirit of hip hop, do you think who's a big hip hop artist that they can bring out in Vegas for WrestleMania right now? Gotta think on that.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm more into the legacy acts, so I wouldn't even know, honestly. So I don't know. I think I gotta get back to you because I put like this. Some of the artists that they have brought out, are to the newer generation. Newer generation. So I think this is gonna sound crazy. I think Lil Yachty is aging out. Metro
Yes.
Boomin is somewhat aging out because he came in with Future, and Metro Boomin said he does want to work on R-Truth's new intro music, but True said he's gonna keep the same intro.
Ron Killings.
Ron Killings, I'm sorry. My bad, Killings, my bad. I don't want no beef. As far as hip hop artists, that's a good question. We will definitely see. We will definitely see. Best with homeboy on the Twitch. Thanks but no thanks. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah,
All right,
don't even respond to those.
yeah. Next up, Night of Champions. Now we got CM Punk versus John Cena, and I'm okay with that. Now if actually let me see if I can bring up the brackets. Because Night of Champions, I do like this format, what they're doing. Winner of Night of Champions will essentially be the main event of SummerSlam. That's essentially what
I
they're
can
saying.
agree with that. Yeah,
I have
can agree.
zero problem with that. I want night one to end with the winner choosing whether they want Io Sky or who's on the SmackDown side? I forgot. Oh, Tiffany Stratton.
Mhm.
Or on the men's side, you either have either Gunther or between John Cena or CM Punk.
Well,
And
the
also, and
thing. I'm
also,
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
and I also believe Goldberg. If Goldberg did suffer some type of injury, but if he heals up, he's gonna face Gunther at some. So that's what I believe. But we'll get into that in the next topic. But yes, CM Punk versus John Cena is going to be the main event of Night of Champions. I believe this is going to be CM Punk's first night in Saudi Arabia under the WWE brand. So
Which is
is
good.
this right? Like is this right here? Is this just right? Like it's like okay, cool. Now this is where you want CM Punk. You want CM Punk to fall in the summertime, or did you want him to wait towards the end of the year? Did they do it too early, or did they wait for the right time?
Hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because this is the Cena. Well, let's be honest. We still on the Cena tour.
Mm-hmm.
I think this goes along with the Cena tour, and I don't think this is too early. I think this is the right time. What I do think was too early was the Randy Orton thing. That was a little too early for me. That could have that because I think Randy and Cena has a better history than Cena and CM Punk. Now, if they save him The Rock versus Cena, then that would be nice. But Cena and Punk, I don't think it's too early. I think this is just the right time. If you've been paying attention, Cena has been doing less and less in the ring. I don't know if y'all have been really looking at that, but this last little stint that he just had with Logan and Cody and Jay, that was, I'm gonna say it was an okay match. Wasn't too much energy from Cena in that, but right now you need to squeeze out of, and no pun intended, pause. You need to squeeze all of what you can out of Cena now. You better get the best that you can out of him now. So Cena's getting his shot at him, even though I doubt he's going to win. Cena getting his shot at him, it's a good time for it right now.
I mean, well, as far as this, I think this is cool because, like I said, I still believe that Cody Rhodes is going to battle Cena at SummerSlam. That's my take, but that depends on who wins on this tournament. Now, with that about Cena, I think Cena took advantage of the fact that and yeah, I'm sorry that my hold on, did I got my
Yeah, you're getting
okay.
real pixelated real bad.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like that shit at all.
There you go. It's
But
better now.
it's better now.
Yep, it's
All right,
better
cool.
now.
All right, cool. So with that, I think John Cena took advantage of a tag team match, honestly, and that's fine. I have no problem with this. He took advantage of it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let Logan do most of the work and pull his weight. I'll come in for certain spots, and I'll go by my way. So that match, I can honestly, I will agree that I didn't see too much of Logan. Excuse me, too much of Cena doing that much work. But then again, you have a young, fresh Logan Paul who's ready to go.
Yeah.
So, and he's more than willing. Well, he already proved himself that he can hold his own weight. So, I will agree with that, and I say that's cool. That is 100% okay with me.
You know one thing I noticed about Logan?
What's up?
We've already been giving him his flowers. I need Logan Paul to do me a favor though. I need Logan Paul to slow down. I don't know if you noticed he hurt himself on that backflip. That springboard onto who was on the table? Jay. That springboard on the Jay on the table outside the ring. He hurt his leg. I seen it. I think that was earlier today. I seen it. It was a little bit of backstage, and he sat down and he said he think he messed his leg up, and when he pulled his boot off, he had a big gash going like right up against his shin. I think it was on his calf. But Logan, I need you to understand. We in the business, we love what you're doing. I had a lot of questions at first. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of questions at first, but Logan has stepped up to the plate to do more than enough to prove himself as a star within the business. Now, don't let the candle burn too fast. We know that you're more than willing to take the risk to get the crowd where they need to be. I love the little single shot angle you did with the the orbital did with the drone. But slow down, bro. You got more than enough time in this business. He's how old is Logan now? He got to be in his 30s. Yeah.
How old is Logan Paul? 30. 30. He just turned 30 on April 1st.
All right. Bruh, at the rate you're going, if you slow down just a bit, you got another 10, 15 years. I mean, I could say that, but Ron Killings is 52 and he's getting the push of his life. So what's going on, Hassan? Logan, you can do 10 to 15 more years. Scale it back just a bit. You don't have to put your body on the line all the time. Now, if this was back in the Attitude Era, or this was back in the I keep forgetting the name. What was the name after the Attitude Era?
Ruthless Aggression.
Ruthless Aggression. If this was the Ruthless Aggression or Attitude Era, I have no problem with you on that. But right now, with the medical staff that y'all have, and with y'all actually having care with y'all at all times, that's great. But be careful, bro. That backflip that he did off of that ring, that he did off the rope, although it didn't look like it was painful, when you get to see the behind the scenes, and Chris, you know this as much as I do, these wrestlers, they beat themselves up every day, how many times a year? You never know. But always remember this: you one injury away from fucking up real bad. You're one injury away. Even though I understand, excuse me, Kurt Angle wrestled with a broken neck. Still,
let me do a reset. I'll take over real quick.
Yeah, even though I know Kurt Angle wrestled with a broken neck. Hell, Brock Lesnar did work. He was injured. Hell, all of the greats did work when they was injured. But Logan, you still young, G. You're only 30 years old. So I want to see Logan just slow down just a little bit. You don't have to take the big risk all the time. This business, as much as people like to call it a game, this business has some validity to it. And Logan, you've already broken your leg, once or twice now? You gotta scale it back a bit, bro. Do what you can for the audience. We proud of you. We like you. Hell, you already got, even people like the Undertaker's already gave you not the stamp of approval, but he's giving you the thumbs up. Like, I like what he's doing. Just slow down a little bit. Yeah. As far as CM Punk and the Cena goes, though, it's the right time for it. Get it while it's hot now. I mean, Punk's in good shape. Cena is in avid shape, but get it while it's hot now. Just go ahead and get it out the way. We've already seen Punk and Seth 3 times this year so far. 1, 2, Raw Championship. I think it was a triple way. We've seen them 3 times so far. So yeah, CM and Cena, go ahead and get it in. Now, who do I think wins it? I still think Cena takes it.
Right. And now we got a different type of X factor because Seth has the suitcase. Seth has it. So, and we saw that promo. That was a good promo on Monday, by the way. Just to have Seth Rollins come out looking like Robert Downey Jr. from Comic-Con. Just hold it up and let everybody know I'm still lurking around. So, that's one factor. Now, do I think Seth is going to cash it in at Night of Champions? I mean, the story writes itself. It's definitely a strong possibility. I can see that storyline making a lot of sense for that cash in to happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, Hassan. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying if it does happen, it does make sense. I can honestly go as far as to say I can see Seth Rollins coming out to the ring in gear attire and not hot ass desert nonetheless. and just walk around with the suitcase, going trying to cash in or whatever the case may be, only to get knocked upside his head by either Punk or Cena to prevent that. It's going to be an all-out brawl. So that being stated, yeah, we agree that although this is early and this is actually going to be on the same day, probably during the same time of my live show. But yeah, I got Cena. I guess Cena's going to win. Will it be match of the night?
All depends on how healthy they is in the desert.
Who? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 80 degrees at night.
Yes.
At night.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
All depends on how
God
healthy
bless
they
him. God bless him.
is. Stay hydrated.
Hell yes. God bless him, man.
We on TikTok, right?
No. I wish they were set up just like they have IG set up. I wish they would do that for TikTok. But I'm gonna have to do something special for TikTok one of these Wednesdays.
I'll show you how to do it.
I bet. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's up? What's next?
Next up, 50. He gave us 51 days, and that's it. Gunther beats Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship in Phoenix, Arizona. Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
Yep.
Beat him. Well, I'll keep Jace out of this, out of respect. But yeah, beat him in front of his own son. And what do we think? Is it like, do we think this was the right move? Because I know you talked about it for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, go ahead.
Not leaving his son out of it, because his son adds a different flavor to it. It was a YouTube short that I'm thinking about. You know what? It didn't have to be a YouTube short. You remember Afro Samurai?
Yes.
Made me think of that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Now, am I saying that Gunther's going to be in the game long enough for Jace to grow up? No, I ain't saying that, but it definitely added some flavor to the mix. Not gonna lie. But let's just be honest. The Yeet era, not saying it's coming to an end, it rode its wave. Let's just be honest. The Jay that beat Gunther was a Jay of that night. That is not a Jay you're going to see every night. And as much as I love to watch Jay beat Gunther that night, in that strong style that Jay was using, I knew that was just for that night. It reminds me of when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder. We're not going to see that Tyson Fury again. Not because of age, but just because of build. That was a night of Jey Uso using a strong style, using Gunther style against him in more ways than one to get the belt around his waist. Once he got the belt around his waist, I was like, yeah, I know it's not going to last that long. And then on top of that, they really made his championship run just seem like him trying to defend or justify why he won the belt. Let's just be honest, right? He wasn't really treated as the champion that other champions was treated as, right? He was just treated as, I won the belt, but now I have to justify why I have the belt. And that legendary rant from the great, the legend, the man, the myth, the everything else, Paul Heyman. When I saw Paul Heyman go off on Jay, I knew it was his time. It was his time to give up that belt. And Gunther, like I've been saying, Gunther should not be thrown up under the bus because he lost to Jay that night. He was just a better Jay that night. But now Gunther is just like, we all, and you can, since he lost that belt, Gunther has had a fire in his eyes. He was going to get that belt back. He was definitely going to get that belt back. Everything he's been doing has been leading up to him getting that belt back. So when he lost it, I'm just like, hey, this was just all in the making. I don't even think I would go as far as to say this wasn't even a creative thing. This was just Gunther like, hey, yo, I did a job for you. Yeah, I did a job for y'all. I put Jay over. It's my time now. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
either you can give me my belt back, or I'm gonna take it back, or I'm gonna walk. So I need my belt. That's where we at with it. I need my belt. Welcome to the inner workings and the drama of the business. I need my belt back. 51 days is too short, whatever. I need my belt back. It's just that simple.
How long was Kofi's run as champion?
Kofi Kingston time as champ. Kofi Kingston had for the tag team champ or heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Let's see. Heavyweight. Hold up, give me a second. Let me look. Tag team.
Oh, 6
Heavyweight.
months. Kofi said 6 months.
6 months. Yeah,
I mean,
6 months.
Lesnar said 6 months.
I'm about to say Kofi's in the chat. Hey, bro, get the link. Hey, bro, Kofi, come up here, holler at me, big dog. Let me talk to you right quick. But yeah, Kofi was a champ for 6 months. Yep, sure was.
Yeah, well, one thing I can say is at least he didn't lose the championship. They didn't Kofi him losing the championship. Like how they did Bianca Belair, that SummerSlam against Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
So at least they didn't do that to him.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Much worse. Much worse. Now, I was kind of feeling this the last few appearances. It's like, okay, this movement as a champion is getting a little bit more stronger. However, overall, oh my God. So can we say that Gunther was telling the truth with his promo about Jey Uso having a championship pedigree? Like, you do not know how to carry this championship?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we love Jey Uso over here. But right now, babyface Jay cannot be, oh, he's going through the same thing that Damian Priest went through as champion.
which is
We will appreciate I think we'll appreciate Damian Priest's second run as champion much more than the first one. I will say that.
yeah.
However, I would think that you might need to turn heel to get that championship back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Because if they put the championship belt on Damian Priest, it will be in the next year and a half. And we will appreciate it a lot more because there was a switch that went off. And he said, and nobody could deny him as champion. Whereas Jey Uso, if he spin that block again, I don't know. Like the crowd will give off the illusion like this is the best decision ever, while we're looking at like he's missing something.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that he's not doing to legitimize this championship. So when he's talking about he's hearing the noise and hearing people talking, I get it, but there might be some validity to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Let me and this is for anyone listening, everybody in the chat, well, no matter where you at. This is for everyone listening. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think the babyface champ days is over? Not because of Cena and his heel switch, but do you think the babyface champ days is over? Right? And I understand baby faces are important just as much as heel is important. But for this time and era during the Cena send away and the direction that the company is moving towards now, especially with more heels on the rise, is the babyface champ considered to be a cheese champ, or is the era over for all baby faces? Let me ask y'all that. Because
I would say this.
Go ahead. I know you was back. Go ahead.
To a degree, however, Cody Rhodes is a modern day babyface with edge. He is a better version He's a version of John Cena that a lot of people wanted back in the day when John Cena was champion. They wanted a little bit extra. Not to say John Cena didn't have it. It's just that WWE could have pushed that during that time and era. Like for example, I tell people go back to after WrestleMania. What WrestleMania was it that he lost to The Rock? 30.
Three?
No, 20. It was in the 20s. I'm tripping. It was 28 when he lost to The Rock. The night before, Brock came back and F5'd him. What happened the week after that? John Cena walked up to that ring, bitch slapped Brock Lesnar, instantly regretted because Brock tackled him and did an elbow straight to the jaw. Bloody his mouth. But that's what John Cena likes. And I would say that we would have got more of that if it wasn't because it was in the PG era. Whereas, if you heard what John Cena told John Laurinaitis, the promo after that, he was like, I ain't taking a day off. This is me. This is who I really am. Matter of fact, put me in the main event tonight. What are we talking about? If we have more like that of John Cena in that era, you can say he revolutionized the babyface role. However, I got to get that to Cody Rhodes right now. Cody Rhodes is what we wanted John Cena to be during his previous run. So to your question, is the John Cena babyface days over? Yes.
Okay.
It has to be it has to be Cody Rhodes, or else they want a heel who they will eventually convert to a babyface, but they know they had edge. I think that's what people were missing in that PG era, some edge.
So then John Cena told the truth. He's here to not necessarily just ruin wrestling, but to change the perception of it, right? The reason I ask about that is because, don't get me wrong, as a Cody Rhodes fan, diehard fan,
Yep.
I like when Cody is mad. I like when Cody is pissed. I like when Cody is putting out, like, you know what, enough is enough. You see what I'm saying? Not just the hulking up thing that, you know, everybody loved for Hulk Hogan to do. He's mid-match, and next thing you know, he's on his knees and he get hit. He stands up and he starts doing the thing, and then he points. Not just that, but it's time for a change. You know what I'm saying? And with the energy still no new intro, John Cena, but with the energy that's being brung, you gotta, you know what this remind me of? Remember that freestyle that Kendrick did when he was so-called cool with everybody, and he put everybody like on their back, like, look, listen, we made
Control.
Yes, I'm still better than y'all. And if y'all want to compete, then you gotta bring it. That's what I think John is doing right now. And as far as the whole babyface thing, it's cool, it's great, but I need more. I need more from y'all. I definitely need more. I need you to show the people why you want to be here. And also that's leading up to our Ron Killings conversation as well.
Yep, we're about to get to that. Just we got another topic. No, we're getting to that in a moment. But I would say with this because with this whole babyface thing, it'd be good. Yeah, you could be a babyface as a tag team champion.
Yep.
You could be a babyface as to a degree as an Intercontinental champion, or a U.S. champion. Not either one of these heavyweight champions. You're either a heel or you're an edgy babyface. And quite frankly, Jacob Fatu with the U.S. title, I'm just saying, he's about to change that perception to where you needed some edge to hold this title. Dom is going to be Dirty Dom. Obviously, New Day has the Raw Tag Team Championships. Street Profits are anti-heroes. Street Profits are anti-heroes because every time they try to get them to turn heel, the crowd loves it. The crowd loves the Street Profits. Now let's see what happens this run. Now that you got the Wyatt six back, and now everybody's gunning for them. It's hard to turn Street Profits into heels or antagonists because people just love it. They're just good at what they do. So Street Profits has always been an interesting case study, in my opinion. But either way, the John Cena babyface era is over. Matter of fact, I don't think they had a babyface in the Attitude Era that I'm trying to think of right now. Because, hold up, now I really got to think about that. John Cena might have been the only one of his kind as a true babyface, as a world champion. Stone Cold was not a true babyface. He had some edge to him. The Rock as well. Who else? Obviously, they was going back and forth with Triple H.
Daniel Bryan.
Huh?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Mhm.
Damn.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yes. Okay, Rey Mysterio. Thank you, Rey Mysterio.
Mhm.
Because I was trying to throw in Kurt Angle, but he was a
Never.
he was a heel.
Cut on the perk? Yeah. Cut on the perk? Yeah. All day.
Oh, Jesus.
No super cake.
And well, Chris Jericho has never been a babyface ever holding that title. Matter of fact, I don't think Chris Jericho has in any promotion has Chris Jericho ever been a babyface holding the world champion world championship. Not in WWE, definitely not in AEW.
Hulk Hogan. Well, you talking about Attitude Area specifically?
Yeah, Attitude. Yeah, I was talking about Attitude because you got your Hulk Hogan's and you had those guys. So that's I got to think about that. So that's fair.
It's kind of hard to say Bret Hart is babyface. No, I wouldn't say Bret Hart. No. Bret Hart wasn't a babyface. Well, definitely I tell. Now that you think about it, The Rock was never a babyface.
With edge, with some edge to it. Babyface with edge. Because I have to put him and Stone Cold in that same category.
Yeah. I think. Well, we only talking about Attitude Era specifically, right?
Yeah, because I can't think of a lot of champions, a lot of baby faces during the Attitude Era. Well, Mankind. No. He was too hardcore, so let me not even go.
Way too hardcore. The Cage. What about Shawn? Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels was a no. Shawn Michaels was definitely definitely an edgy motherfucker. Shawn Michaels was. Trust me, he like Shawn would say, he wasn't a Christian all his life.
No. And trust and believe me, if you know some of the stories about Shawn, you know. Ooh-wee. That man. The fact that he's walking today, that should let you know. That should let you know that is a changed man.
Yes.
If you ever needed a reason as to why Jesus, Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, you brought up a good point. It's the end of the babyface John Cena babyface era. Yeah, that's at the end. Cody Rhodes is a John Cena is a better version of John Cena.
Yeah,
it's probably the John Cena people wanted to see back then. I had no problem with ruthless aggression and PG era John Cena. I did not have a problem with that. But Cody, this is why people are always going to love Cody Rhodes. Never mind what happened the night before WrestleMania. Don't worry about that. That's a different type of crowd. However, how Cody Rhodes is right now, that's what people wanted from John. So this is why I say this is Cody Rhodes is a better version. It's a completed version of John Cena. So to your point, yeah, that you have a point on that one. I gotta give you that one. But not a comparison to WWE because they owe you a check.
Absolutely. I need my residuals. I need my check. Listen, I'll take 3% of each show from now on for the rest of my life. I don't care how you want to do it. I called that shit spot on right at the you would have thought someone was listening to the show or that I worked for WWE Creative. That shit was so spot on. I said, damn, look at Will with the wrestling bang. No, knowing what he talking about with the psychology of wrestling. Look what's happening here. Look at this. That man, when he jumped in that ring, I said, man, and some listen, this is a dead giveaway, and I hate to use race as an issue. When he jumped in that ring and I seen that black ass ankle, I said, oh yeah, that's Ron Killings right there. That's Ron Killings.
Oh, how could it be?
No, was I what I not? I don't know. Did I call it that he was gonna cut his hair off? I don't think you called it. He was gonna cut his hair.
No, it was just the fact that they have released R-Truth only to bring back or keep Ron Killings.
But yeah, when he cut that hair off, and here this let's talk about the psychology of a good promo. If you notice, R-Truth, he talks like a energetic hype man. Ron Killings, he talk like he got an attitude. And when he cut that hair off, and he started talking, I said, oh yeah, that man gets it. He understands what's happening right now. Not only did he play to the crowd, he switched up his dialogue and his tempo at the same time. And even with the BTS that was going on, when he walked backstage, he still had that hair in his head. He said, "Ron Killings, it's here." I said, "Ooh, all right now. I like what I'm saying here." That's a mild beat down that he gave John Cena, but still, I knew it. And you know what? This is another thing that pissed me off. Did you see that? And did you see that interview that Triple H gave when he was like, "Yeah, so you know, what's your take on the whole letting R-Truth go just to bring R-Truth back?" And he gonna say something. Did you enjoy the show, motherfucker? What? You came out here. This is how I knew something was up. The fact that Triple H himself stepped up and said, "I'm the one that's responsible," bro. Not even Vince McMahon would do something like that. Why would you be a dead giveaway? If it was anybody, do you know how much of an attitude it caused people when you broke kayfabe? Kayfabe was what protected the business. Why would you come out here and do an interview and then put a statement out and tell people it was you that did it? What? And then the other dead giveaway, R-Truth. Why are you telling people that it's about money? This was dead giveaways. We all knew that R-Truth was coming back, but I knew that Ron Killings was coming back. It was too much circling around him at the time. And then, you know, I'm gonna tell you what gave it away too. There was a clip that showed up of Ron Killings winning that championship in TNA. That's when I was like, oh yeah, they're about to bring him back.
Matter of fact, I'm looking at right now the complete history of Ron Killings in TNA right now. 5 months ago through TNA. Okay. Just keeping that for record. Now, with the promo, now also our true sons to send a message on social media like to Triple H, stop the cap. And I will say this: if I'm Ron, I would tell my son, I appreciate the support, but relax. Now, granted, if they had their own agreement, then everything I said is null and void. But I was like, bro, you're fucking up the bag. Relax. Now, I will say this. That was the, I love this promo. He's absolutely right. If you're really tired of something, just make your voice loud enough and you can affect change. Because that's the reason why he's back in the WWE. I'm just specifically talking about the promo. Now, how do you feel? Let's go there. How do you feel about a black man cutting his dreads on live national television?
Me, happy about it. You want to know why? Tell you why. Coming from the gamer community, because you know I like to play video games. There's been something that's been going on for the last 10, 15 years in entertainment and in the gaming industry, hell, even in the movie industry. What irritates me the most is, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to reference Black Panther 2 with Michael B. Jordan. If you remember Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther 2, you know that stupid ass haircut that he has, you know, with the dreads, with the fade on the side.
Yeah.
If you look at that haircut is in every AAA and AA gaming when it involves Black people for the last 10 to 15 years. Even in wrestling, it irritates me. Yes, the Killmonger cut is pleasantly, you know what I'm talking about. The Killmonger cut is in every video game. Hell, it was damn near all in all the movies. When him cutting his hair, as much as we like to tie things back to culture, and we know this is the business, we have to make sure that we are sticking to the storyline. Him cutting off his hair returns him back. That's almost like him removing the shackles of this is who R-Truth is, right? We all know R-Truth for being the dancer. He was a rapper. He did all this, that, and the other things. But yes, the Prince of Persia too. That hair meant who he was, which was R-Truth. Him cutting off that hair is almost like shedding the skin. It's like, enough of this. Y'all done played games with me way too long. Now y'all about to get the gutter style. Y'all about to get Ron Killings. Now, please, for the love of God, do not turn into a crazy Ron Killings. What I mean by crazy is don't be off the wall. Just be Ron Killings. But here's the other thing that comes along with cutting off that hair. Those old antics, you can't do that no more. You can't be the funny man. You cannot be the funny man. Now that you can cut your hair on national TV, you cannot be the funny man. You went as far, and he's had his dreads for how long now? Forever? I mean,
forever.
He had those dreads back when he was known as, was it K-Rush or K-Quick, when he was tag teaming with the Road Dogg? Yeah. He's had those dreads for forever. So
because there was like twists, because there was like kind of like twists, so he had that obviously converted to dreads back in when did Wayne pop out? Like prime, a little bit before his prime. Summer 07, that's when everybody started to convert to dreads. Nope, that's a lie. Nope, that's the truth. Summer of 07. So
I mean, it's a picture of him with Tupac and with Eazy-E wearing those dreads.
I didn't see the Eazy-E one. Yeah, I didn't see the Eazy-E one. But I would say this, when with Truth, like the Tupac, I've been seeing that one. But the Eazy-E one, I probably just missed it. See, but with the when Truth cut that promo before Night of Champions and they zoomed in on his head, I was like, hey, you need to come home, buddy. Go ahead, get the razors, get the shaving cream, and do something with that.
Yep, there he is with Eazy-E and with Tupac.
There you go.
Oh man, your signal is back. Can you hear me?
Phone, I'm tripping. Yeah, I did see that phone. I'm tripping. My bad.
Yep. Old school. And see, that's what I'm saying. He's had those dreads since forever. He was K-Quick, when he was R-Truth, when he was Heel Truth, comedy R-Truth, veteran R-Truth. Listen, that dude, that TNA Ron Killings right there, that was a beast. That was a monster. And now that he didn't cut that hair, yeah, you 52 years old, but we need that energy. Minus the dreads, minus the hair. We need that energy though. Him cutting that hair, that wasn't a bad thing for him. To be honest with you, it wasn't a bad thing for him. I don't think it had any implications. A lot of people may feel some type of way about it, but I'm tired of seeing the Killmonger cut. Jesus Christ. Finally, get a fade. Do something. Damn.
But yeah, you really just zoomed in on his head. I was like, dude, do something with your hair. And for him to cut it the way he cut it, I was like, okay, this is a step in the right direction. And if my thumbnail's not gonna pop up to save my fucking life, let me try to do it again. But if you guys, where's okay, bad. Please just pull it up. Okay, this is not the thumbnail, but this is what I use. Now we got this Ron killings. And obviously they gave him a low, aced it up, re-edged the designs. I don't know what the hell he was doing with his hair to begin with, but I have no problem with him cutting his dreads, ladies and gentlemen, especially if they're not well kept. If your whole entire hair is not well kept, I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people are gonna say cutting that you cutting your dreads on the white man's Saturday. I was like, put that to the side. I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
I believe that it was time for a change. And anybody who has cut their locks before, they will tell you it is time for a change.
Yep.
Goodbye, R-Truth. Return of Ron Killings. So we will see. Now we got to ask, what is the next few years of Ron Killings going to be? Because I know we're not putting no heavyweight championship belt around him. However, they will put him in matches where it could potentially lead to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I can see. So I'm not saying R-Truth is going to win next year's Royal Rumble. I'm not even saying he's in this tournament match for King of the Ring, although it would have surprised me if that open slot that's available turns out to be Ron Killings.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me neither. But I just wonder, where are you going to place Ron Killings in the next 2 years? That's what I'm curious to find out.
Well, at 54 years old, I'm not saying that it's only so much he can do, but you got some hella storylines that you can put him in. And then on top of that, he did lose against Cena.
You cut out. He lost to who?
Cena. He did lose against Cena.
Yeah, he did lose. And he also
lost his R-Truth. He lost his R-Truth against Cena. He didn't lose.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, are you about to set up a serious match between John and Ron will look like? That's what I think they may go. Now, when are we going to see that match? I don't know. John Cena's going to be at every single Premium Live event for the remainder of the year. He has 18 more dates left. 18 more dates left.
Can I call it? Can I call a prediction? All right. Here y'all go. Do y'all remember this wrestler in this business, in this certain promotion, where all these other wrestlers was flowing into promotion, and then they created this team. This team was known for their very prominent colors. 3 letters, black and white. Y'all remember this team? It's called the NWO. Right? These particular wrestlers did a thing in a particular promotion called WCW. What these 3 wrestlers did was they took over a spotlight from a wrestler who the company was pushing to be the front runner for that promotion. That wrestler's name was Sting. Do y'all remember what happened when Sting snapped? Y'all remember how Sting was hanging out in the rafters? Do y'all remember how Sting was sitting up there? Didn't do shit. He just sat up there. He just looked. He just stared. He was brooding, right? Now, I do understand this was during the Crow movie, and we just lost Bruce Lee's son during the make of this movie. Rest in peace to him, and rest in peace to Bruce Lee. But let me throw on my creative brain for a second. Wouldn't it be a nice, brooding, dark moment if we had, every time John Cena came out, we just had a shot of Ron Killings just sitting somewhere, mad as hell, brooding, just steaming, just gushing ill intent every time John Cena hit that stage. Oh, would that be nice? And then finally, it gets to a point where we get a ring, a pop out from up under the ring, not just a crowd jump. We just already seen him jump out the crowd and jump into the ring and give John Cena a few blows. No, no, no. I need a dark, brooding Ron Killings. Let him get some time off to heal up, get into shape. I just need one, maybe two good shows from Ron Killings, both targeted at a revenge match against John Cena, and let him go all the way out. Might lose, but let him go all the way out against John Cena, and then let him walk away in the distance. That's my creative angle that I would do with Ron Killings. I would let him brood. I would let him fester. I would let him be angry every time John Cena's name is mentioned. And then even better, when the match does happen, let him come back out in the Ron Cena shirt and tear that thing off. Oh man, that would be nice. Yeah. Go ahead. No, my bad.
Nah, it's interesting because granted, I don't want to see the kids look up and they see how angry Ron Killings just staring down at them. That should be hilarious. Because when you brought up the Sting category, which is a good comparison, yeah, this R-Truth is going to be different. I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be the first victim to get in R-Truth's face and be that first match. Or Ron Killings, excuse me, Ron Killings. He's on SmackDown. I think be prepared to see Ron Killings versus Solo.
Hell, I'll take that. Because you see what Solo just went through. Jacob put him on. Listen, Jacob put him on notice. Hey, bro, listen, I need you to understand something. It's my time. So you need to go, do something with yourself. So yeah, I can see that. Oh man, that wrestling spirit just kind of zinged a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Ron Killings, the Brooder. Oh man, that would be dope. Just watch him tear through a few people. Just leave Goldberg out of it. Please do not include Goldberg in it.
Get that to Gunther. Gunther, doors for you.
Remember the Brothers of Destruction angle? Every time it was a match, they came out there and shut the place down.
Oh yeah, 10 heart. You gonna get 10 heartbeats. Then you're gonna hear that dead man walking. Then you're gonna jump straight into Limp Bizkit rolling. That was the most player shit, man. I don't think nobody said it. American Badass Undertaker is legendary.
Oh yes.
Especially when you have went from Kid Rock's theme song to Limp Bizkit. Oh yes, easily. Matter of fact, that's the first blood. Go type in Brothers of Destruction versus Rikishi and Haku. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's some goosebumps shit right there. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do y'all like Triple H does us with four topics. Then we're gonna wrap it up.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
4 fucking matches. Now y'all know how I feel. Now we all know how I feel. 4 fucking matches. Hey man, don't do Night of Champions 4 matches. Matter of fact, I gotta take it. We're gonna wait on that one. So to the WWE TKO. Thank you for watching Wrestling Wednesdays. We greatly appreciate it. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. No, real talk. I'm serious. Like, if we're sparking ideas, we're gonna be here next week. We're gonna be back next week. We're gonna spark some more ideas. Cause next week, ladies and gentlemen, I need a week to prepare for this because I need to find a way for us not to get canceled. Not that I believe in such thing as cancel culture. We might have to give Vince McMahon some flowers. I know that sounded crazy, but with what's been going on for these past 2 weeks, we might need to say Yeah, Vince was right on that.
Yeah, Vince was right. And hey, listen to WWE Creative. We like contracts and we like checks. I'm just saying, take the idea, Sam. We like residuals. We like one-time payments. Hell, I like a job. Let me. Hey,
Facts.
this is
I got
creative. This is creative reaching out from the World Wrestling Entertainment. We would just like to let you know that we are highly interested in the. Oh, hello, Mr. Will. I fucking quit. Just let you know right now, I quit. I quit. I
matter of
quit.
fact, let me say something real quick before we go.
Is
Where
it
my
hiring?
hold on, where my LinkedIn page at? Hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna try something real
Let me
quick.
update my resume.
Okay. Okay, WWE, they do have a LinkedIn page. Okay.
Oh.
And they got a job section.
Oh.
Albeit Stamford, Connecticut. Senior manager and partnership in marketing. Creative edit.
Let me
Bro.
go ahead and update my resume.
Creative editor. Creative editor. Hold on. I'm sorry, we're about to go. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, all right. That's the introduction. We are looking for video editors with strong creative instincts, a refined editorial voice, and deep technical expertise, especially in Avid and Interplay-based workflows. You'll work across a wide range of short-form content, from behind-the-scenes doc-style promotions and hype reels to brand storylines and original shoots. If you love film, television, and music, bring that sensibility into your work. You'll feel right at home here. Key responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen. Craft short form video content for WWE digital, social, and broadcast platform. Edit in Avid Media Composer with interplay environments adhering to established project workflows. Bring a bespoke, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's skip all that. Now, qualifications. 35 years of professional editing
Yep.
or AE experience in TV, film, digital media. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this thing called the BTSI show since March 20th of 2015. Do the math. Shit. Strong editors, a love for. Hold on. Do I qualify for this?
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Am I a good fit?
Strong editorial sensibility with a track record of distinct stylistic work, deep understanding of post-production workflows, asset management, and file-based media, a love of music and its role in storytelling, skilled at pairing visuals and sound for maximum impact, comfortable taking feedback and working collaboratively in a fast-paced team environment, passion for editing and essential experience in sports not required. Bonus points, experience in documentary, narrative television, or music-driven content. Yes, knowledge of color correction, sound mixing, and motion graphics is a plus, but not required. Fan of WWE or open to learning about the brand storytelling ethos. Apply.
Avid Media Composer and Let me see how this is. Upgrading problems. Annual subscription, ultimate subscription is $431 per year. Oh,
Mhm.
we gotta go.
Yeah, we got to go. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for stopping by for another episode of Wrestling Wednesdays. Make sure that y'all come back, check us out on Wednesday next week. And we're going to try to figure out something so we can get a pop-up show for Saturday to cover up the upcoming events. And make sure also that if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you support the platform. Until then, let me just go ahead and speak this into existence now. WWE job incoming. I'm just saying. So till then, my name is Willie Will of Say Like Podcast. That is Christopher J of the BTSI Show. We appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later. Deuces.